kids to the person you dating. So I know you're gonna be listening. I know you want to know from a male perspective, from a woman perspective, what we think and how we feel about it.
And you gotta know how serious it is. Because some people you can date for years and it's not that serious. So my children don't need to meet you.
But I need to come over and chill and watch Netflix.
Why?
My thing is I'm not introducing my kids into nobody who I don't see myself being with.
Absolutely.
So like if I know what it is, they're not gonna be my kids. But like I said, maybe on a FaceTime or something like that.
And they gotta
Because I'm a genuine good guy. So I'm going to treat the kids with love. And it's probably other people who like that.
Absolutely.
And that probably make the woman fall in love with you because the more friendly you is with the kid, the more they going to like you. Like, oh. So the baby just started calling me daddy. Season 2. Wow.
About time.
Wow. It seems like we've been gone over a year. You know what I'm talking about? But I still got my people with me. Yes. Over here we got the co-host, the therapist. She's back and she's better. Yes. Over here we got the other host, Reg the Realist. Yes, he got a new haircut. Yes, he got a taper now, ladies. Yes, he got the sponge, ladies. Yes. And I'm back, man. Season 2, Willing to Love. Dr. Willie McLovin. Y'all don't know that. I'm a love specialist too now.
Oh Lord.
Yes. That's on my own personal podcast. But tonight, man, season 2, we gonna open it up, man. We want to talk about how soon or how soon is too fast to introduce your kids to the person you dating. Like that's something, man. That we all at the age that we probably all got kids, and you got kids. So I know you're gonna be listening. I know you want to know from a male perspective, from a woman perspective, what we think and how we feel about it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's not the next day. It's not the next weekend, ladies and men. No. I don't care. You might have gave your whole body to them in one weekend or one night. Yes. But no, you cannot let them meet the person you date the next weekend. I'm going to start it off like that. Now I'm going to go with my co-host, the therapist, man. She always has such insight and such profound words of wisdom for us all. And I know y'all been missing her. I know y'all been loving her. She smelled new. She looked new. She glowing. She probably got somebody. I don't know what's going on. I don't know everybody's relationship status. But my friend is glowing. And we going to pass the mic to the therapist. Therapist, now, how you feel? Because you have a kid. Do you have kids or kids?
I have children.
Okay. And what's the ages of your kids?
So my children are grown.
What's the ages of your kids?
23, 20, and I have an 8-year-old niece.
Oh, an 8-year-old niece that you take care of.
And I have cousins.
Okay, so when your kids was a little younger,
yes.
Because now your kids is grown and your son is grown, he can tell the man to get out himself. So we probably don't want to introduce him or see him right now. But when they was younger, well,
when they were younger, it definitely was some months.
okay.
I feel like you have to know that it's something worthwhile. Because everybody that give you that warm, tingly feeling, sometimes it be gas. It'll pass.
Oh, it'll pass. That pass.
It'll pass. Like sometimes you think that somebody is worth introducing, and then you realize, So you really don't want to be too premature in your introduction. It's kind of like when you introduce somebody to Facebook, and then it don't be solid. Put your pictures up.
That's a good comparison.
Now you introduce them on Facebook too soon. Y'all got the selfies together. Then you take them all down, and everybody's like, "What happened to the picture?"
person, right?
Children are kind of like that. So especially if they're of an age where they can remember.
Mm-hmm.
You introduce somebody too soon, and then he don't come around no more. Your kids
Well, what you introduce them as? When you say, "Hey, baby, come here.
This my friend Lindy."
So that's why you kind of need to create You
Cold
need to know
names?
that. No, you need to know how solid the foundation is before you just get the slide and Mr. Larry on through.
Okay, so you gonna introduce them to your friends?
I do.
Okay.
And I introduce them as a friend.
So how long do we have to be friends to get introduced to? I mean, to the kids. So I can come on in and fix my own plate and all that stuff. Or you be like, this a plate for Mr. Willie is what they call him. Mr. McLovin.
It definitely is a month. Now, because why? Like,
But
and you gotta know how serious it is. Because some people you can date for years and it's not that serious. So my children don't need to meet you.
But I need to come over and chill and watch Netflix.
Why? You have your own place. We can go to
I
your
know,
house.
but what about your
house.
place?
Because I don't want to give them that impression. A woman don't want her kids to just see her laying up with different people.
Put them to bed though. Why they gotta be up? They ain't gonna be up with us.
They might not be up, but they might wake up.
But I'm your friend.
You are my friend. And so we better be watching TV in the living room.
Yes, your friend.
And so I just think, like I say, you kind of, when you're younger, you might kind of drop the ball and introduce them prematurely.
Okay.
Because you don't realize, like, oh, you know. But as you grow, I think you learn some discretion. And then with the discretion, you can tell the difference between somebody that's going to be a serious relationship versus somebody that's kind of passing the time. And the time passers, they don't need an introduction. You can see me at nightfall when my kids are gone for the weekend. Or when, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be introduced. And there are some people that are genuinely your friend, and they're going to be your friend today, tomorrow, 10 years from now. Those people, that's different. But somebody that you are serious about, you're having a, you know, y'all getting serious, and the conversation of companionship and, you know, partnership is being discussed, then you can introduce them. But the person you just look cute with, or the person you just like to post because y'all went out to dinner and had steak, everybody don't need to. Because then, like I said, because if you introduce them prematurely and then it don't work, or you find that he don't mess, or the minute you post him, you find out 4 other people done posted him. Now you gotta retract your statement.
Wait, okay, but do you got a time? Like, okay, it's been 3 months now. Like, let's go ahead.
Is it a timing or a feeling?
It should kind of be a little of both.
Okay.
Because some people do make you feel like I don't want to date nobody else in a 3-week time. Like you feel like I've known you forever. This the one. I don't care. And I know your soul feel it in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Give it a few more weeks. Let your soul sit on it like a marinade. Because like I said, you just don't want to get into the habit of prematurely introducing them. You know, not to sound cliche, it's like that meme. Don't introduce me to a vibe you can't keep up. So if this is not something that has some substance, yeah.
Do you think it matters on how old the kids are?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like it took for me to mature and remember, well, I don't know how y'all home situation was, but some people, you would see your mom or you would see your dad dating somebody, but they never moved in together or anything.
Right.
And it was mainly during your teenage years. And you be like, wonder why because teenagers are so hard to conform. They're their own issue. So that's kind of something you just kind of be like, ooh, no, we're gonna handle that real light, real delicate. Because to me, those teenage years are very.
Okay, so if your kids are teenagers, it's gonna take longer than. If
I feel like
5,
if the kids are teenagers, you can introduce them, but it'll definitely be like you really kind of gotta know. Like,
I think that might be a gender thing too, though. I think it's probably a lot easier to, like, if your kids. I think if it's the guy, like you the daddy. I think your kids teenagers, they cool. This is my dad's girlfriend. I think with the mother, it might be a little different.
I think so. I used to think that, but it's a string of deadbeat mothers happening.
Yes.
So a lot of dads are more in the role of being a full-time parent.
Right.
So I really think we're gonna take gender out of it. I think whoever is the full-time parent, it's harder for them to introduce somebody. You know, let's say your dad is a weekend dad, it's nothing to be. Yeah, my daddy girlfriend over here. Because the kids are not that invested.
Right.
But when you live with your mom, You don't want to see, because again, especially depending on how old they are, they're gonna feel like, oh, this person's taking up time. Who's the new guy?
Right.
And teenagers, really, they already, and even though they don't really want to deal with you, they don't really want to deal with nobody else in their space either. So it's very difficult. Smaller kids, they're kind of moldable.
Yeah.
So they can kind of transform, and you can kind of get them on board. Not that this your new daddy or your new mama, but they're more likable. Like they kind of like everybody, unless they just got an evil spirit. Because kids and dogs are great judges of character. But teenagers is kind of be like, I barely like my mama. I sure don't want to meet nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I do think the age of the children matters. I think it just depends on what you've shown them thus far. I think you have to be conscious of your own situation too. Like if you've been, let's say you weren't married, but let's just say you got kids, you and your baby mama was together X amount of time, and then y'all not together. I don't think you could just swoop in 2 months like, hey, meet Sharon. Because they're going to be looking like, what's happening? What's happening here?
Okay, me, I think, okay, with me, I've been in this with my kids are 6 and 1.
Okay.
So, I don't think nobody ever met my kids.
Probably not.
Maybe FaceTime or something like that, maybe. But no, even like before when my oldest daughter was about like 3 and me and her mama went together, I still never brought nobody around. I think it's more of a feel though. Yeah. So like now I think if I trust my judgment, so I feel like I kind of know the process. So it ain't no time limit, like so. You say about it could be 3 weeks or something like that. I don't know. I think I'm kind of more with you on like if I'm already getting that feeling in 3 weeks, probably wait a couple more weeks or something like that. You know what I mean? So I feel you on that. But like it's the feel. And then on the other end, I look at it like they mother got somebody. So I know she a good mother, so I'm gonna trust her. I'm gonna just trust that she ain't gonna bring anybody around. So I just gotta trust her judgment.
And that's rare too, because a lot of times that be the other issue.
Right.
It don't necessarily be the person that's dating; it's the other parent.
Right.
They don't really make it comfortable for you to bring nobody new on board.
Yeah.
Facts.
And it's like you said, regardless.
And I'm not that type to be like, I don't want no kids, nobody around my kid. I was the other guy before, so I don't.
And that's the thing.
I'm gonna trust that.
Everybody don't deal with that mindset.
Right.
And like you say, 6 and 1. I'm just gonna tell you, most women, if a dude say he got a 1-year-old, I might automatically think,
you automatically thinking like, y'all still
messing around.
Yeah.
Like you like, she got to get some more years on her before I trust this.
Right.
And guys think like that too. Guys think like y'all got a 1-year-old.
You still messed up, baby.
You still nah. So it's touchy. I do think it's scenario specific. But I also think, like I said, you got to go off your feeling and you got to use some discernment in what it is. And you have to have conversations with people. Like if you're dating someone that doesn't have children, you kind of got to get a feel for them because they mad. But you might not feel warm and fuzzy because you don't have children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you might always look at it like, oh, she can't never talk on the phone. She always got to do. I'm a mother before anything.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying. So it's a definite delicate situation, and people that don't have children don't aspire to have children. Some people really don't want any children.
That'd be real.
So you have to start having
that's your judge. That's why it's your judgment. Like if I see that, then I'm like, okay, this not.
And you have to have the hard conversation.
So my thing is I'm not introducing my kids into nobody who I don't see myself being with.
Absolutely.
So like if I know what it is, they not gonna be my kids. But like I said, maybe on a FaceTime or something like that.
And it gotta be a character thing though. You have to talk with yourself.
But if I know, like I said, I trust my judgment. So if I know, I'm already getting that feeling like, okay, she's somebody that'll be good with kids. Now I'm already putting that in my head before I even introduce them. So like I said, it's a feeling thing. It ain't really a time limit. I won't be like, it ain't been 2 months yet. So I'm just gonna go off my feeling because sometimes you can get that same feeling that you get from some people in 4 months. You could get that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I know, but like I told you before, it could be like gas and it'll pass.
I hear you.
So now, Will, because you don't have any. Well, no, you do have something. But Are you hesitant to meet women's children when you're dating them?
I think meeting a woman's child it's a form of pressure.
Okay.
I think it's a form of pressure.
Like this gotta work because I done met the kids.
Like. I'm meeting a
she
child
introduced us.
already.
Right.
I'm meeting a child already. She feeling me like this. Maybe I need to slow down if I don't feel the same.
Yeah. So
way
you looking
she
at
talking
it.
about
I've done it.
meeting
Like,
her
hey, you introduce me
kids.
to your kids. Like I didn't met some people kids in a week. Like I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, and it
They're
make
like,
me
yeah, my
lose
baby. I'm
trust
like,
in you.
Man.
As a woman, as a mate, I be like, what make me special? So I ain't did nothing special.
So
I'm
there's other
meeting
people like me that you
the
would probably
baby's
introduce me to.
already. So it makes me. I don't know if I'm being judgmental, but it will make me look at a certain type of way.
So you look at it as a red flag.
Yeah, I can.
That's fair.
And it's because like you thinking like
Because your brain feel like,
You doing
okay,
this
if
for
I
other
met him
people.
in 2 weeks, who else did met?
Right, yeah.
Right. How many daddies this baby got?
And if we was to have kids, how quick is you? If we
So,
don't
and
work,
if
we
you
don't
had-
introduce
and
somebody to
so-
my kids.
Right, because I'm not. I wouldn't be with that. I wouldn't be. Hey,
Right.
don't introduce my kid to nobody. Period.
No.
Period. No. Heck no. Don't introduce my kid.
Wait,
I mean, but
wait.
for how long? Though?
Right.
You
Never?
don't introduce my kid to nobody, man.
Wait.
It's gonna be a while.
How can you? But I'm saying though, how
It's
you
gonna be a
control it?
while.
What's the
How
wow?
I don't know.
But I'm
That's how I
saying-
feel,
But
man.
that's something you can't control. Though. You ain't with them no more.
Yeah, I can control it with my mouth. I can. You can control stuff.
You one of them
with
baby
threats.
daddies,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You one of them
threats.
baby daddies.
Some threats, man.
You one of them. Don't have that nigga around my kids.
You one of them baby
You
daddies.
don't be around your kids.
Yeah, like man, especially when they young. Like, I don't want my baby confused about nothing. You know, the kids got to be a certain age where they understand. This is my daddy. I
Okay,
don't.
well let's dispel that. Because you can be dating someone. You can even introduce your children to someone, and they're not going to be confused. If
Yes, they will.
They're not gonna be confused.
If their father is present, they are not going to be confused.
Okay, because
it's no different than if you
I definitely
dated somebody.
definitely dated someone, and like with my son, I was around her, and we didn't have to tell him to call me daddy or nothing. Cause I'm a genuine good guy, so I'm gonna treat the kids with love, and it's probably other people who like that.
Absolutely.
And that's probably make the woman fall in love with you, cause the more friendly you is with the kids, the more they gonna like you. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so the baby just started calling me daddy.
But what is this is real dating around?
Back and forth.
Okay, see that's what I'm saying. When a dad is consistent,
But if you don't live with them, if the dad a weekend dad or working, they don't live together, and I'm over there more than him.
Right. See, like I said,
It can be a problem.
it can be confusion, but the mother always kind of has to steer that cart.
Yeah, but
Back around. If you
I
want to.
still.
I'm in my kids' life enough to like it don't even matter who over there. They know who daddy is, so I don't think they would ever call him daddy. And they might like the dude. I don't care. I want them to like the dude if he gonna be around them. I don't care about
If it was me, they would like me, Reggie. Your kids will like me. They would love me.
Yeah, and they know you, and they gonna love you as will. My boyfriend will.
Okay.
I doubt, not if I'm around. Like if I got, they're not gonna be calling you daddy. And
Just
they
because
just don't know what's up.
So okay, let's
Hey, baby, you got two daddies.
let's spin the block on
Two
that.
daddies is better than one, ain't it? Ain't two daddies better than one, y'all?
I mean,
If I'm buying the baby stuff and I'm supplying for the baby, I'm getting the baby all the gifts he's not getting it. Two daddies better than one.
yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, my daughter, she calls me for that.
Yeah, my son do too. And so I know
So
it's
that's why
real.
you got that man say.
Yeah, I know it's real, bro.
It's definitely real. I won't take that away. And I think it takes a village. So in truth, first of all, I don't really care what nobody call me. The title don't mean shit. My own kids call me mom.
Okay.
But I do think if you can be a pillar, something to this child, whether it's daddy, Uncle Will, mama friend, if you can be influential in that child's life, by all means, be and do what you need to do.
And I'm with that.
I'm not now. Sure enough, I was younger.
I ain't with the daddy part.
I was younger when I had my first child, and her biological father was not present, and my son's father has always been there. So that is who got the daddy title first. Now I'm old school. I feel like you are of your father. Your real daddy, you gonna always call him daddy because he your daddy. But I also think daddy is who do. And that man, from the time she came here to steal, he's still her daddy. He the one he was at the daddy daughter dances, late night doctor visits. So he has earned the role for that title. He committed to that, whether we were together or not.
Facts.
So that is a level that that's kind of something you respect. That ain't everybody's situation.
Facts.
And like we said, depending on the age of children, when they're older, it's not they're not looking for a replacement. So you can give them a code name, you can give them a pet name, whatever.
Well, I understand that because I have a 17-year-old son, and man, his mother's not together. But I don't even remember introducing him to another woman. I was engaged. I don't even remember saying, son, I'm about to get married. It's like,
pause. Flag on the plate.
It's like that on
Flag on the plate. How are you about to marry someone and they haven't been introduced to your child? How does that happen?
I don't know, man.
Like, what, you just gonna wait till the wedding day? Like, oh yeah, this her.
I said, son, I'm getting married. Yeah, it's
okay. So
I want you
I need you to explain to me why you didn't feel like your child should meet your new potential wife. But you gotta make it make sense to
That's
my
something. That's something.
That's what I said earlier. I was like, I don't introduce her if I know it ain't going nowhere. Did you not know when it going nowhere?
It's like, how did you come on?
Man, I don't know how we got locked into each other, and so when we would go out and stuff, and he'd be over on the weekends, we'd just go out.
She never asked to meet him. Like, I want to meet your son.
No, she have seen them or known of them.
No.
On Facebook.
We're talking about an introduction.
She ain't never be like, I want to meet your son. I'm gonna be in your life. I want to meet him.
No.
Because you didn't you have to build a bond.
No, exactly. But I definitely met her daughter. I definitely met her daughter and had a bond with her daughter. So yeah, that's real creepy, and y'all really embarrassing me right now.
You said it, we did.
Y'all really embarrassing Mr. Wellington Long tonight. But yeah.
I mean, I just think that speaks a lot too. Like, don't get me wrong. I do feel like
I was gonna let it go. She said flag on the plate.
I heard that was like,
hey, agree with me, man. Anybody can get it on that, and it's not personal.
it's not personal.
It's not personal. We trying to get
I
that.
don't understand how do you propose to somebody who's never met your children?
Yeah, it's
or even like, what was your apprehension?
It wasn't me, I don't think. It was just
it's because you didn't know what's going on.
the timing was always bad. Like even now, I would let him hear somebody's voice on Bluetooth or whatever in the car, but I never introduced him like.
So do you?
Well, he has seen a woman at my house before.
No, that's not the same. That's not the same as saying, son, this is Keisha.
Because
Keisha, this is my son, such and such.
I don't know.
That make it too real. That make it too real for you.
That is real.
But it's supposed to be real.
Clearly it wasn't.
What was supposed to be real?
An engagement.
Engagement supposed to be real.
Oh, the engagement. Yeah, the engagement is just crazy, man. It was a lot of unorthodox stuff going on in the engagement.
Clearly.
Yeah, it was a lot of off the wall stuff going on. Y'all can inbox me if you want to know more about that. Stop getting deep, man. Stop getting real deep around here.
Confusion.
See, I like that, man. That's what Willing to Love. I bring that twist on the stuff. It's a twist, and you probably can say,
I can see dating.
Possible?
I can see dating. I can see dating all day long.
How is that possible?
But once you propose,
Yes, on the knee. I got on the knee.
He wasn't at the proposal.
Nah, he wasn't at the proposal.
Sir,
No.
sir, why? I need a why.
I mean, I didn't invite my son. That is something I don't know, man. Cause I proposed to her at one of my cousin's birthday party, so I knew I was gonna do it.
Duh.
It was. You don't do it spur the moment.
It wasn't like you had a ring pop like I'm about to do it today. You went and got the ring. You was supposed to have your baby there. First of all, you was supposed to.
I didn't even ask him.
That's what I was supposed to say.
Do y'all ask y'all kids? Did anybody ask their kids out there before they got married?
What
Like,
you think about Sandra?
You supposed to have a conversation with them.
Son, do you approve of this woman being my wife? I think I want to marry her. Have any of y'all said that to your kids? Do you approve of this?
I think you can say that they
I think you can say it.
I'm asking the people out there. Did you say it? Come on, you on YouTube? Did you say it? I need to know.
They probably did.
Would you say it before?
First of all, my children are mini versions of me.
What that mean? Talk to the people.
That mean my kids gonna be like, Ma, that one ain't gonna make it.
But would you ask them?
Absolutely. That's the first question
Okay, wait.
I'm gonna ask.
But you asking them that? Does they answer make you?
Their answer will, especially if your children still live with you. Like, how can I marry? How can I date somebody?
Yeah, that's okay. I don't know about
So the
that.
kids got power.
They ain't got that much time.
No.
Their opinion should count.
This is the thing. In truth.
Hey,
I'm gonna give y'all.
kids got some
I'm
power.
gonna give you a little tea.
Y'all been dating 8 months, but we don't like them now.
No, so you have to know your children, and you have to pay attention to when you ask the question. If they say that they're not fond of them, what aren't you fond of? Now, if it's some BS like he too controlling or he whatever, okay, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna pay attention to what y'all saying. If it's something like, Mama, he wear felines, and that just ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna see you in the streets with this man. Then that's different. But like I said, children and dogs are great judges of character. You'd be surprised what a kid can see that you personally.
But sometimes they don't like him because he ain't their daddy or.
But that depends on the conversations that you've had with your children leading up to that. That's why you don't jump from this situation to that one, because then they don't understand. Oh, this isn't my father's replacement. My daddy gonna always be my dad. This is somebody who makes my mother happy. So if they still thinking like, you ain't my mama, then it's different. But if you have a conversation with your kids, I've dated somebody that my children didn't like.
So you ended it.
I didn't end it right away. No, it played out and it ended itself. And in truth, my daughter said it in the beginning. She was like, this not gonna pass. I was like, what you mean? She was like, no, I don't see it. And she was right. But it kind of had to go through some things. It wasn't like I dumped him the next day, no. But it did play out, and she wasn't really far off. But your children know you. They learn you. And so, but again, that situation also taught me, take your time. You have to take your time, and you also, in my opinion, you can't live. You can wait it out. It's okay to wait it out. But you also have to make the person that you're dating conscious of who I am when I'm just with you and who I am when I'm with my children. There's going to be a difference. Because those worlds are different. And the amount of attention and time that I can give you when it's just us and how I am when my babies are around is, I'm going to need you to know you're going to slide in the back. When my baby, what I'm saying? Certain things are just, my children are going to be more important. And if you don't inform them of that, some people, I won't just make it gender specific, but some people have a hard time sharing their space. Some people are selfish. They want you all to themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's why I'm like, how did you not feel like it was pertinent information to see what type of relationship your child had with this person who's going to be your wife?
It had absolutely no relationship with her.
See,
we can go into another show.
Right.
We can go into another show.
I don't want to date somebody that can't have a relationship with my children.
Do your kids have a relationship with the person you marry? Is that important? Is that important? that your kids have a relationship?
For me, it would definitely be. Because I wouldn't
Before you
want,
got married.
I wouldn't want it to be.
Why?
Because I want both
We a
parties to
family.
understand. Right. We finna be together. So y'all finna be seeing this person every
Right.
day, and vice versa. So y'all need to know each other. Like I ain't saying you gotta be calling them mama or nothing like
Yeah,
that, but y'all gotta have a relationship, you know.
And
when-
that's exactly how I felt.
I want a bond to be created. I want to know that if something was to happen to me, that you all can still have some type of relationship without it just only solely being me.
Right. I definitely.
I don't want to be, because some people are like, some men don't want you doing nothing for your kids once they grown.
So maybe I felt like since she didn't allow me to have that with her child, I didn't.
So y'all was going out of this world ass backwards through the whole relationship.
I guess so. I guess so.
Because I could see how you kind of, it didn't seem invited. It wasn't, because it should have been, y'all kind of should have had a meeting of the minds where it was her kid, your kid, and we went out for bowling or something. Because it could have been real light. It didn't have to be extra. And y'all could have worked out, but, because how did y'all think y'all was going to coexist? Y'all don't, you don't know her kid, and she don't know yours.
After the wedding day, just figured out after the wedding day.
Woo.
Because teenage boys is different in a teenage girl, baby.
Because he wouldn't want to be bothered with her or nothing.
But nobody, he won't be in this room with
his game on.
Game, period.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So what's your final thought on this whole situation?
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts, man. Ain't no final thought. We ain't wrapping it up.
So what does your, in the future, now that you've experienced that, going forward, how would you move differently?
Okay, good.
Well, now he's even older.
Because since you out here willing to love, Dr. Willie makes love.
It should be easier, but it's really a lot easier.
Yeah,
now.
he's a grown man.
Like you say, he playing his game. He don't care
so
about
what
that.
about if they grown? He grown now.
But you still want to have, you want to include him. He yours.
Yeah. It sounds like you still would kind of do the same thing, low key.
I think, honestly, I think it will have to be somebody really special, and it'll have to make him feel so comfortable that it be kind of like, but she gonna have
she
would have to initiate. They gotta. She have to be like, well, we don't meet your son, or we, let's have dinner and have your son.
That's a wrap. Y'all meet on the wedding day.
That's up to you. You gonna be like, he'll be over here Thursday.
Hey, y'all might be right about that. Like, he don't stay with me, so he come home on the weekends.
I do think that matters too.
Mm-hmm.
I think when children don't live with you, you kind of handle it different.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause I ain't gonna just say the dads, but I think the parents who get the kind of parent on the weekend only, woo, they get to fly high.
Yeah.
They get to live their best damn life.
Definitely is more.
Cause 2 and 5 is real different. 5 days is 5 days is 5 days.
Yeah.
2, it ain't hard to find something to do in 2 days. It ain't hard to maneuver your stash at your grandma's house, whatever. Play with you by day, have babysitter by night. But 5 days, them a lot of days that I got to be the, it'd be like, ooh, no, I can't do nothing until them kids go with their daddy.
Yep.
And then if you don't have that type of setup, you kind of just winging it.
Them facts.
You got to feel.
You two, Mr. 2 Day too. So you and my.
Not Mr. 2 Day, Lord.
No, I'm actually 3 day.
Oh, okay.
Come on now. Come on now, give it up on man. Every day do matter. One day matters.
Think that it would be different if it was the reverse.
What would be different?
If you had them kids 4 days,
Full custody.
if you had them full custody, do you think you would be more apt to introducing them to the women that you date? Or you think
no, because I'm still not introducing them to nobody until if I feel that somebody that potentially.
Wait, saying if you was Mr. 4 Days.
Yes, if I had them.
Can I talk, Joe? Can I talk, Joe? If you had them 7 days, 5 days or whatever, do you think it'd take you longer to introduce them than if you just had them on the weekend?
Why does the kids matter? It matters about the person. You still going off that feeling. I'm talking about the person. So it don't matter if I'm not dating this person and
I'm gonna tell
getting
you
that
why the
feeling
feeling
this
matters.
person.
I'm gonna tell you why the feeling
The
matters.
bond is even
Because you're
closer.
not, if you're with your children 4 to 5 days out of the week, how you orchestrating these dates to spend time with this person?
It's gonna be harder.
You more inclined to be told to stop by here because I got the kids tonight.
But I'm still not introducing them until I get that feel from her. So if y'all say it may take longer, I don't know. I'm going off the feeling. I'm not going off no timetable. So I can't read if that. I mean, we don't know how.
I think men, it ain't a jab at y'all. I just think it is.
Yeah, you just talk.
It's nothing personal.
Nothing personal. I think it is. Women we can multitask better. And I say that to say, a woman can figure out a way, even when she got the kid. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have my little niece come back, watch the kids, so we can go out on a date. A guy, I got the kids tonight, and I don't know if you trying to see me. You just gonna have to stop back here because I don't know what to do.
Facts.
So it turns into you might introduce them sooner, just off the strength that you might not have
That's
the
the same with women too.
You might not have the same
That's the
resource.
same with women.
No, I know women will do it all the time, but men, y'all are just more. Because first of all, men, y'all ego. I don't want to ask nobody to watch my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they mama gonna talk shit anyway and woo wop wop. So you're more inclined.
People all in my business.
Exactly. Y'all more inclined to be like, well, stop back here. And y'all might not super introduce the kids, but they be like, my daddy friend Keisha over here, and they be like, Keisha. Depending on the woman. I was never the bitter ex, so I don't care who. As long as if my kids can talk and she don't mistreat them, hey, it's your work squirrel. But I know a lot of women who try to dictate, like, better not have that much around my kids, and I know men who do the same thing. I'm not real sure why people do that.
Control issues.
But if we're not together, why do you care?
Because that's the only way they can control you. The kids is the only.
Kids out of there, they are the super control.
Yeah, the only form.
They the master.
Yeah.
The master boy.
So Reg, we need to get your final thoughts, man. This is a great season kickoff. But we're gonna start to wrap it up. Reg, what's your final thoughts on this subject?
My final thought is I'm going off the feelings deal. Now I'm never not.
So your feelings never lied to you.
I trust my judgment, and like I said, I ain't never introduced nobody to my kids still.
So this is uncharted territory for you, basically. You've never done this.
But I've never done it. It was my choice though.
No,
you've never done it.
You've never done it.
I never done it. No. But I know, like I said, I go off the feeling. But it's been times when I probably was close and I was like, nah, I don't think it's time yet. And my judgment was right because they didn't go nowhere. So I kind of go off the feeling. I don't think it's no certain time like you need to be like, okay, like the 3-month, 90-day rule and nothing like that. Like, nah, just go off your feeling or whatever. And then the other way, I'm like my ex or whatever, I'm just going, I trust her judgment. I have a time, whatever she feel. Like I said, I trust her judgment. I ain't make no kid with anybody. You know what I mean? So I was that guy before that was brought around. So like I mean, so I don't, like I said, I'm trust her judgment and I trust my own judgment. So it's you just gotta go off the field. You just gotta go off the field of it. Now, like you said, you still don't want a weekend into date and just going to introduce them. Nah, you don't want to do that. You got to get the time. So when I say going off my judgment, like I'm letting a little time go past. I just don't have it set time in my head. But I know some time got to go past though for like me to get to know this person. How she'll be be around kids, or how she'll feel about being with somebody else. All that. I'm putting all that together, and then I'm making my decision in my head. Like, okay, it ain't nothing.
Come on, Harris. Let me hear what you got.
So for me, I think that it is, some of it is feeling, some of it is time. Like I need to know that the foundation is solid. I need to know that this is really going to mature and turn into something worth even introducing them to. Because I don't want to introduce them to something that isn't going to have some substance to it. And he and I would have to have a conversation on his comfortability with being around you know what I'm saying? Being introduced. Like, are you ready for that? Are you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that conversation has to be had on both parts too. Because everybody not like you said, that's pressure. You like, woo. Keep it light. So I think there are multiple factors, but I can't just base it off my feeling, because like I say, sometimes your feelings lie to you.
Heck yeah.
And you will think you 10 toes in,
no
and like I say, feelings, it's
no
like
good.
gas. It'll pass. You been thought somebody was dope, they turned out to be baking soda. So no, you definitely.
You definitely coming here with the punchlines today.
You gotta pace yourself. And I also think, like, once your children are a certain age, for me, I think your children can know of a person. They can, like you say, hear their voice on the Bluetooth or the phone or whatever. But you gotta gauge and know your children too. Okay. And then, you know, you gotta check their temperature. Like, are y'all ready? Can y'all handle it? Because some kids, sometimes they be like, no, I'm not ready. And I don't think that they should be thrusted into having to handle it. Get them a little time to warm them to the idea. Okay. What you say?
Well, what I say is, me being willing to love, if I'm with a woman and I commit to that woman, I'm ready to commit to the kids too. So I don't jump in relationships fast. I'm not just, okay, we've been kicking it for a week or two, a couple of weeks. I'm kind of slow with that, but if I feel like this woman, I want to make her my woman, and I trust her, and I want to go there with her, I'm ready to meet the kids then. If I can commit to her, I know I can commit to the kids, because if I know she got kids, I know it's a package deal. So I'm dealing with that already when I'm thinking about committing to her. So I'm already thinking about, I'm gonna have some more kids. It's gonna be.
You just make sure you introduce some son to the kids when you introduce your.
Willing to introduce.
Right. Willing to meet.
Yeah. So if you my woman, then I'm ready to meet your kids. So you wouldn't even have to worry about me saying, oh no, that's too early. We just been going together for a month, whatever. I'm ready. So I just wait on the woman to say when she's comfortable.
Okay, so that's your gauge.
Yeah.
When the woman is ready.
Yeah, whenever the woman is ready.
That's fair.
So I thank y'all for listening, man. Y'all need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Nuthin Personal.
We back.
We'll be back next
It's
week.
a long time coming, y'all.
Yeah,
We
y'all
missed
got any hot topics that y'all want to hear us talk about, y'all can follow us on Facebook. I'm Will Harris. That's Reggie Soul. This Angelique Sparks. Y'all can hit up our inbox. Y'all can hit up our Instagram. I'm a restricted free agent on Instagram. And we got our own Instagram, Nuthin Personal. What's your Instagram?
I'm Built to Win.
Built to Win.
I have the Nuthin Personal page too.
Therapy by Angelique.
Hair, yeah, we do hair too now. If y'all want to get tight and right, hit us up on that personal page too. We're going to get y'all together. So we'll see y'all next week. All right, peace.
Yep.